Life on this planet is made up of beautiful and very fragile web of interconnected species and environment known as biodiversity. It is a collection of all different genes, species and ecosystem in a region. The Earth has 895 separate ecological regions. They are hanged over 4,000 different species of mammals, 270,000 species of plants and 950,000 species of insects. The more biologically diverse the region, the better are the chances of survival. Human has a peculiar relationship with biodiversity. On one hand, we rely on large variety of species for our survival, to keep our water clean, to regulate our climate, to control diseases, to provide food, clothing, shelter and medicine. Human beings today tend to work against biodiversity. Even though there are 80,000 species of plants that are potentially edible, we choose 30 of them to provide 90% of calories of our diet. Just 14 animal species make up 90% of our diet. We have only tasted 1% of plants in the world, even though half of the medicines are made up of natural substances. The choice we make in farming, logging and urban development have driven out a lot of species that make up the biodiversity in our planet. And because these species are so interdependent that if one gets wiped out, it can cause other one's disappearance. This is what happened in Easter Island. People of Easter Island wasted their resources as a mark of pride and status by sculpting statues in useless architecture. And this is what is happening in our world. Though the people of the present generation are educated enough, they fail to understand the importance of natural resources such as forests, vegetation, etc. and deplete them for the upliftment of technology and its applications such as monuments, malls, skyscrapers, etc. only to show off their supremacy in the world. After the disappearance of resources in Easter Island, nothing remained except for the statues that stood still for years after the death of almost every life. But they didn't last long. The sculptures lost their lives as well. They broke and they were disordered and scattered all over the island. One day, our world will face the same. Cannibalism will take lead. Vegetation will be destroyed. Architecture and pride of a country will sink. Life will become very rare on Earth like the other planets. In Easter Island, deforestation and poaching caused the destruction of many endemic and rare species only in a small scale, which ultimately became a reason for complete disappearance of life, including human, in the island. But on the other parts of the world, deforestation, poaching, etc. are taking lead in wiping of nature's beauty, uses and power. And one day, our planet Earth, which is blue-green, will turn out to be blue-grey because of the replacement of buildings instead of forests.
Stop. Is this going to be continued? No, we should prevent them as much as possible. For that, we should do these following steps. Use our resources for basic requirement and to cut down unwanted expenses of money and resources for useless architecture. We should compensate for the destructions we make. We should make wise choices in the products we choose. We should stop mass destruction due to nuclear power. And after all,
Our Earth is too beautiful. And if you're not careful, one day one of the species that's going to be wiped out may just be us.
Save biodiversity, save Earth.